Welcome back. All right, so we had one game in the National Hockey League tonight. Of course, it's Winnipeg and Montreal. So I'm going to start off pointing out that for the rest of the way, it's going to be busy or just not. So today we get one game. Tomorrow we get 14. I'm already working on the preview board, you can see. Then 4 games the next night, 12 the next night, 2 the next night, that's Friday. Both early games. Saturday there's 14, Sunday 6, Monday 6, Tuesday 10, Wednesday 4, Thursday 11, Friday 4, Saturday 12, Sunday 11, one game that following Monday, and it's Philadelphia and Chicago. I don't know how I'm going to dress that up. 13 games on the Tuesday, Wednesday has 5, 9 on Thursday, and then 15 on the last night of the year for regular season hockey. So that's 9 nights where there's going to be 10 or more games. So tonight we had Winnipeg in against the Montreal Canadiens, Hellebuck versus Montembeault. Interesting, I think, that Hellebuck plays both games of a back-to-back, showing that Winnipeg not giving up on this race. And it also kind of looks like they don't have faith in Comrie, or they believe Hellebuck can play all the games. It depends on how you view it. So Lowry gets the game's first chance. Not a shot on net, however. Good back and forth follows that. The shots are 2-0 Habs at 2 minutes. A couple opportunities there. Tony Nato fans on one. The Habs rushed the other way. There were 2 rushes by Caulfield on the same shift. Both of them were defended well by the Jets. Harris generates some pressure for Montreal. Jets have a power play. It's Paul Byron in the box. And the Jets have trouble setting up. The Habs kill that off, and there's no shots. That was the only power play that the Jets had in the game. Shots are 3-2 for the Habs at the half. It's hard to dress that up as being a really exciting game, but here I am. Neither offense getting much pressure at this point in the game. Caulfield then has a rush chance that's saved and held. Lowry was denied at the side of the net. I thought Lowry had a good game. Jets press, Montembeault saving there. The Jets have a 3-on-2 that's defended. The Jets had some momentum going. Then Gallagher had a rush chance that was saved. The Habs, in that final 2 minutes, I thought played quite well. And then there's a buzzer beater attempt by Ehlers that ends up going high. So there's no scoring in the first. But, there were 15 shots. There were some opportunities. Second period, rushes both ways on the opening shift. And this is the period where stuff happens. So Armia scores from Dvorak at 29 seconds. Scored on a rush. It's a rebound chance, and it's buried by Armia. And it's one of those rare rebounds. Hellebuck really wasn't giving those up tonight. And that's 5 in a row where the Jets have allowed the first goal. You don't want to be doing that on a regular basis. Dubois robbed then on a cross-ice shot. And it looked like what Winnipeg was trying to do is go left to right and get Montembeault moving and try to bury it. And iffy results on that. However, Barron, who's looked quite good for Winnipeg since being traded there from the New York Rangers. Ehlers and Sandberg with the assists on his goal at 1:46. That is his second National Hockey League goal. The first one he scored last year for the Rangers, I believe they said against the Caps. And so this is his first as a Winnipeg Jet. Good setup by Ehlers, and then the Jets press for the lead. DeMello has a net feed that won't go, so the Habs rush the other way. Gallagher's denied in close on that rush. He wanted a penalty there, doesn't get the call. And then at 4 minutes, it's Stastny. He scores from Barron and Sandberg at 4 minutes. So Barron with a goal and an assist. That's the first 20-goal season Stastny's had in 8 years. Of course, the last 2 have been shorter years than normal, and Stastny's had a good year though for the Winnipeg Jets. And it was a one-timer, too. Habs try to answer. The shots, 6 minutes into the period, were 7-4 Winnipeg. So much more entertaining from an offensive standpoint period in the second period. Game, though, it settles in at 2-1. Connor hits the outside of the post. Stastny's denied on a rebound. Armia can't bury one from the slot. Jets press with 8 minutes left. Svechnikov's denied on a cross-ice chance. Again, it looked like they were trying to catch Montembeault moving. Ehlers robbed as the Jets press again. Stastny has a tip that's saved, and the fans were really rooting for Montembeault. Clearly, he was having quite the game. Now, it kind of sounded like they were chanting for him, but go Habs, go Montembeault. I mean, if you have a crowd chanting, one could sound like the other. I'm pretty sure it was just go Habs, go. But anyways, Habs get a late power play. Pitlick nearly ties it during that. Caulfield has an opportunity that nearly ties it as well. Good pressure, but the Jets are defending well, and Lowry clears it out. That's killed off, and none of the shots actually hit the net. So both power plays go 0 for 1 against penalty kills that have struggled this year, and neither power play gets a shot. So going into the third, the score is 2-1. Armia has a turnover chance that's saved and held early. Hoffman has a chance that's held the next shift. The Jets would press at 3.5 minutes. Schmidt has a chance that deflects out. But 4.5 minutes in the period, the shots were 3-2 for the Habs. And it is noteworthy that Winnipeg's kind of sitting back a lot, and it felt like they were trying to kill it off, and it's like, okay, you've only got a 1-goal lead. Barron was prominent in Scheifele's spot in the lineup at this stage. There's a net feed to Sanford that's a near miss, but the passive shell that the Jets were in defensively wasn't working. Anderson ends up getting his 100th goal. I mean, it's deflected in off of him, but when he's telling his grandkids, he can just say it was a slapper, top shelf. Petrie and Suzuki with the assist at 6:19, and I really thought this goal was because the Jets were being too passive. They didn't look like a team that was fighting for their playoff lives in the early stages of that third period. Caulfield to Suzuki near miss on the next shift, so Montreal's looking for the lead. Pressed by the Jets at the halfway mark. Anderson has a rush chance that's saved and held, but then at 11:01, a 3-on-2 for Winnipeg converts. Svechnikov from Dubois and Connor, and so with 8:59 left, suddenly it is a 3-2 lead for the Winnipeg Jets. So nice to see Svechnikov get his first goal in a while. The last goal he scored 20 games ago was also against Montreal, so he likes to play against Montreal. Fans then call a penalty. The ref doesn't. The whistles were put away in that third period. Nobody was getting a call. There's a post for Lowry, and then the Habs get a 3-on-2, which was defended by Nate Schmidt. Another player who had a good game for Winnipeg. Caulfield with a near miss on a rush. The Habs press with 2.5 minutes left. And again, you could hear the fans wanting a call. Basically tripping calls they wanted. And again, the referee not happening. Anderson disagrees with an offside call with 2:01 left just before they're going to the commercial. That's the terminology, the commercial. And I tune out the commercials because it's the same 4 or 5 commercials every single game on Sportsnet. It's all the same all the time. It's going to be nice when we get past the regular season, and I don't have to worry about the 15 game nights for sure, but the commercials. I'm always glad when the summer rolls around and I get like a few months off from the commercials. So if you're going to put your clock ahead an hour, you could at least tell the person who's going to watch the hockey game with you put the clock ahead an hour, because it's kind of a prick move not to tell them. And Canadians watching this, you know what I'm talking about. You know which commercial I'm talking about. Goalie pull with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. I think that every time the commercial's on. So they pull the goalie with 1 minute and 40 seconds left, and as my wife is very happy to point out, whenever a team pulls the goalie against the Jets, it feels like they always get the empty netter. In this case, it's Adam Lowry, not Dave Lowry. He didn't come off the bench. He didn't grab a stick and go, all right, boys, I'm doing this myself. Sanford and Morrissey with the assists at 18:31. It was another good game for Morrissey. This run the Jets are on right now, Josh Morrissey is a huge driving force behind it. Stastny then had a sharp angle shot that was held as the Jets put on a little bit of pressure, and I think if Marty St. Louis considered pulling the goaltender again, I think the Jets having a little bit of a push with about a minute left did away with that. There really wasn't a point in pulling the goaltender. As much as the announcers pointed out, gee, Montreal didn't pull the goalie again. Yeah, they're down by 2 with a minute left. It's not happening. So your final score is 4-2. The Jets go to 35, 28, and 11. They're now 5 points back of Dallas, and they've played 2 more games than Dallas. So that's the problem there, plus all the other teams in between. They did jump past Vancouver, though. For Montreal, they're 20, 42, and 11 with the loss. So probably not making the playoffs. So your shots are 9-6 Winnipeg in the first, 17-12 Winnipeg in the second, 9-7 Winnipeg in the third. Final shots are 35-25 for the Jets. Both power plays went 0 for 1. As I said, no shots by either power play. The hits 26-16 in favor of the Jets. Hellebuck saves 23 out of 25, and Montembeault saves 31 out of 34. We'll see in a few weeks' time when it's Philadelphia-Chicago what I can do with that board. But yeah, it's going to be really busy tomorrow and most Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. So I'll do my best to cover as much as I can. As you can see, I can fill up a board with one game when there's just one game on. Let me know your thoughts regarding this game in the comment section below. Do you believe the Jets actually have a chance? Math would tell us they don't, but math's been wrong before. So let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.